under 9 for Foxtrot. Yes, sir, we have Adams on site.
Got 9 for Foxtrot, center left base, runway 18, contact the tower, 118.7, good day.
Alright, here, left base, runway 18 at tower 18.7. Have a good day, 9 for Foxtrot. Adams Tower, good morning. Skog 519 for Foxtrot on a 12-mile left base, runway 18.
194 Foxtrot, Adams Tower, runway 18, clear to land.
Alright, clear to land, runway 18, 9 for Foxtrot.
Little Rock approach AC 4124 is 15 for 10, Sierra.
Oh, 15
AC 4124, Little Rock approach, expect runway 4 left, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 6,000.
Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Non-rev Stories, flight stories from a non-rev. On this episode of Non-rev Stories, things will be different. For today's episode, we are flying from Seattle Tacoma International Airport to Portland International Airport. This flight is on a plane I have never been on before, so I am excited for this flight. Now, before we get into this video, let's talk about social media. Green Brothers Flying is on every main social media platform. We are on Instagram at greenbrothers_flying, on Facebook as Green Brothers Flying, on Twitter at Flying Green, and on Discord. All links will be in the description below. To begin, this is part 2 of this series of flying Alaska Airlines down to John Wayne Santa Ana Airport in California. If you haven't checked out part 1 of this series, the link will be in the description below. On this flight, we are flying from Seattle Tacoma International Airport to Portland International Airport on board Alaska Airlines Horizon Air -8 Q400. This is my first time on this airplane, and the Seattle to Portland route is a staple for Alaska and the Q400. Let's check it out. After arriving in from Phoenix, I walked over to my next gate, gate Charlie 10 Foxtrot, to see my airplane sitting there. Once I saw it sitting there and realized I had time for breakfast, I went to the Starbucks across the way to get some breakfast. Luckily enough, the line was short and I got my order in no time. Once I got my order, I then walked the rest of the concourse just to see what was happening. To my surprise, the rest of the terminal was busy, which is great to see in current times. After a short walk through the terminal, I ended up back at my gate and ate the rest of my breakfast. At 10:05 a.m. local time, boarding started for our flight on the Q400 down to Portland International Airport. Alaska does boarding differently during this time. Alaska boards back to front of the airplane, and since I was near the back of the plane, I was one of the first ones to board. Alaska is also keeping middle seats open on their mainline aircraft and have one seat blocked on their smaller regional jets. Today's flight number was Alaska 2183 on November 451 Quebec X-ray, and today's seat was 14B, an aisle seat. The seat was smaller than most regional jets, and the view was slightly blocked due to the fact that the Q400 is a high-wing airplane. Most of your commercial jets are low-wing. At 10:25 a.m. local time, we pushed from the gate and taxied to runway 16 right. Shortly thereafter, we propped our way, get the pun, onto the overcast Seattle sky. At 10:45 a.m., while cruising at a whopping 17,000 feet, a very limited food and beverage service started. The snack on today's short flight was a Biscoff cookie, who doesn't like Biscoffs, and a small bottle of water. While most airlines do not do a food and beverage service for short flights, or for longer flights for that matter, I think Alaska and its partners are doing a fantastic job at catering to the market of people still wanting a snack and a drink while they fly. 6 minutes later, at 10:51 a.m., we started our initial descent into the greater Portland area. Just like Seattle, it was a cloudy day and had low clouds, which made for a fun descent and approach to landing. Flying through clouds while flying is all about the experience along with many other things. After flying through the clouds on descent, we broke out about 1,000 feet above the runway and landed visually, but we are still on the ILS approach. We landed on runway 10 right and then had a short taxi to our gate. We arrived at our gate at 11:07 a.m. local time and deplaned. If you have ever flown the Q into Portland, then you know how different it is. There are no jet bridges that meet the aircraft. You have to walk down the air stairs, follow a whole bunch of cones, and then finally up some stairs into the terminal, which, by the way, did not bug me at all. Overall, I really enjoyed this short hop on the Dash 8 Q400 from Seattle to Portland. I would definitely fly on the plane again just for the cool and unusual experiences. Nowadays, not many commercial planes in the United States are twin turboprop like the Q400. If you want to see more of these videos, please give this video a like, comment, and of course subscribe. Stay tuned for part 3 of this trip as we fly Horizon Air, Alaska Airlines, Embraer ERJ-175 from Portland to Santa Ana John Wayne Airport. Also, do you guys want me to do a comparison video between Horizon's E-Jets and Envoy's E-Jets? Let me know in the comment below. Until the next video, blue skies and a tailwind.